Aperture's full-featured printing system lets you create high-quality prints or contact sheets. To make single prints of your images, select the images that you want to print, then choose File, Print Images. The Print dialog box appears, and the settings default to Aperture's Sample Single Image preset, which prints each of your selected images on a separate page using the settings shown. You can control the number of copies of each print using the Copies field. Under Printer Selection, you can use the Printer pop-up menu to choose which installed printer you'd like to print to. Clicking Print Settings takes you to the standard Print dialog box, where you can configure any printer-specific settings, such as paper type, print quality, and color settings. Remember that if you've calibrated your printer and you're using a custom ICC profile, you need to specify that profile in Aperture's Print dialog, and make sure that your printer's driver software is set to either No Color Management or Application Managed. New to Aperture 2 is the ability to sharpen images at print time. The Sharpen Amount and Sharpen Radius sliders are applied only when sending images to the printer, and they don't change any adjustments that you've made to the images themselves. When configuring the sharpening settings, click the Show Loop button. Hold the loop over the preview image to assess your sharpen settings. The sharpen settings will be applied to every image that you print. If you've selected multiple images, use the forward and back arrow buttons to cycle through each image. Make sure that your printer is loaded with the correct size paper, then click Print when you're ready. With multiple images selected, you can also choose to print contact sheets. Select Sample Contact Sheet preset, and Aperture adds a Layout Options section to the Print dialog box. You can specify how many columns and rows you want. You can also choose a metadata option, which will print selected metadata under each thumbnail. The Orientation pop-up menu lets you control whether images should be printed in portrait or landscape mode. If you select the Best Fit option, Aperture orients your images so that they print as large as possible. You can use the border slider to control how much space appears between each image. Whether printing individual images or contact sheets, it's important to remember that you can save your print settings as a preset by clicking the Save button. Presets will save your printer, paper size, color profile, sharpening, and other settings for future use, so that you don't have to manually configure the print dialog when making future prints. Aperture's ability to create high-quality printed output allows you to perform your entire workflow from import to print without leaving Aperture.